I'm about to visit the UK's biggest charity shop. I think it's about 17,000 square foot. So I'm going to go in there and have a look around all the different bits. And I'm also going to give my girlfriend £20 to spend in there because I've dragged her along here. So let's go have a look. Here's £20, go buy what you want. Whatever you want, £20. Okay, so while Jordan went over to look at the clothes section, I thought I'd have a little look around this shop. And honestly, this charity shop is crazy. It was just selling so many different items. Like there was fridges, there was washing machines, they had like every appliance you could possibly want for your kitchen. There was like this old rocking chair. There was a bunch of suitcases. There was even an oven. If you fancied buying an oven from a charity shop, go here and you can. And then there was also a wedding dress. If you want to do your wedding for cheap on a budget, you could get a wedding dress from this charity shop. But what did shock me a little bit was the prices of some of this stuff. So if you look here, this TV was £250, which seems like a lot. I don't have the biggest knowledge on TVs, but I'm sure you can get a brand new TV for around £300. So this seems pretty expensive, but I guess £50 is also quite a big saving for a lot of people. And then there was also this old sideboard, and it was literally £420. Now that seems like a lot of money, but I guess this is an antique, and if you put it up for auction, it's probably going to go for a lot more. But even still, who's buying this from the charity shop? And obviously, because this was such a big shop, there were smaller items around the edge, but in the middle it was mainly just so much furniture and different bits and pieces. But anyway, after doing a lap around, I went to look over at the board games on the side, and again there was just so many different board games. Like there's just so much stuff at this charity shop. This is kind of like exactly what you expect a charity shop to be, but it has probably double or triple the amount of stuff you usually find in the charity shop. But anyway, I had a look at these games, and this one caught my eye. I'm sure this is the old horse racing game, which is a bit of a meme. I'll play the clip if I can find it. And then I saw this old Batman game, which obviously caught my interest, being a bit of a nerd. It looked pretty cool. I'd never heard of it before, and they wanted £15. So I had a quick look online, and obviously on eBay it's selling for exactly £15. And that is the problem with charity shops nowadays, as I'm sure most of you people watching this know. They pretty much look at the price of it online, and then they just charge that price in the shop. And then they just end up with a bunch of stuff that they just can't shift. So I don't know why charity shops don't look online and even just sell it for like £5 less than it's worth. Because apart from clothes, I really don't think charity shops are that good nowadays. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you guys think. If charity shops are actually good nowadays, or they're just overpriced and expensive, and if you actually ever buy anything from them. But anyway, after that, I headed back over to see what Jordan had picked up. £6.50, half your money gone. So she was looking at the sales section of the clothes. There was loads of brand new clothes never been worn. You can see here, brand new, originally £25 from the retailers, and they've got it reduced down to £5. That's like a £20 saving. So I let her look at the clothes for a bit more, and I had another look around this shop. Now you see this all the time in charity shops. They literally lock all the best stuff away in these glass cabinets. So there's a bunch of interesting vinyls in here. I'm just showing them off for you guys if you recognize any of them. And then there's a couple of DVD box sets which they've got locked away in here. Not really sure why. I don't think people are going to be stealing the Dad's Army box set, considering it's on TV almost 24/7. And then look at the size of this DVD rack. And like I said, you see DVDs all the time in charity shops, but because this is like one of the biggest in the UK, it's literally like massive, the selection that they've got here. So here on camera, I've just pulled out a few different random ones that I wanted to show off, just to show you the range of their selection. Obviously a lot of mainstream movies and a lot of like random ones, like this Top Gear special, very random. And they pretty much wanted £1 for all of these. It's what you expect from a charity shop. This is nothing special. It's more just the size of the selection. Although they did have this really nice Star Wars Blu-ray DVD in this really nice little sleeve for only £3, which I think is pretty good for a Blu-ray. And obviously they had thousands of random different books. I really didn't look at that many of these for you guys, but here's just a couple that I saw. And then they even had an entire painting section. So here, there's thousands of different canvases on the walls here. You've got a Pulp Fiction one there, and then you've got this absolutely massive picture of London here for only £15. Honestly, there's just so much selection here. If you just want to go and have a look and walk around, it's quite interesting. Well, I find it interesting anyway. I've left the location of this charity shop in the description, so go down there if you want to have a look and find out exactly where it is. And I did see this long sleeve t-shirt here, which I quite like the design of. You see this brand everywhere, and they only wanted £5, and you're probably paying like 30 for this brand new. So like I said, charity shops great for clothes, not really that good for anything else. So I went back over to Jordan. It looks like she'd picked out a couple of different clothes that she wanted to pick up, but she still had around £10 left. So I went around once more just to see what else I'd missed in this shop, because it was so big, while she looked at a few other bits. And there was this little children's toy section here, which I didn't look at. There's a few different random children's books, plus a couple of games and Harry Potter bits, as expected. And what I didn't show you as well is next to the DVD rack is all these old PlayStation and Xbox games, which I find really interesting because you don't really see these anywhere that often. Like Like, look at this game. I don't think I've ever even seen this before on the PS2. It's not one I used to play as a kid. But obviously had Theme Park Worlds, this was a great game. Guitar Hero on the PS3, and then a bunch of old Xbox games. I used to play this Star Wars Episode 3 game so much as a kid. That brought back a lot of nostalgia. And they wanted around £5 for all of these games, and I'm assuming, I haven't checked, but online they're most likely worth about £5. And then I just wanted to show this. They had Halo Reach, and I got this game for Christmas when I was a kid. And it's so interesting how this stuff just ends up on shelves now for £2, when at the time we probably paid about 40 for it brand new. And then here's just a couple more of the PlayStation 2 games they had on display. And then of course they even had a whole bunch of CDs below it. Like, there's just so much stuff here in this shop. I don't feel like I actually saw all of it, just because we were only there for maybe like 40 minutes. And then obviously locked away, they do have Astrobot VR, which I think is quite a recent game. But again, they only wanted £6. I assume it probably doesn't resell for much more. So after that, I went back to Jordan, and it looks like she's now looking at the hair clips. Now to me, these seem quite expensive. £3.50 for a hair clip is probably what you're paying for a brand new, right? But after that, I think she was pretty much spent out. We actually ended up spending £20 and 50p. She went 50p over budget. I can't believe it. She's ruined the entire video. Only joking. Anyway, let's see what she bought. Here we go. Here is the bag of items. This was £20. What have we got in here?
We have a book, because I like reading books on the train.
£2.50 for a book. Wow.
I've been wanting a denim skirt like this for a minute, so I thought, oh, why not get one? I can wear this with like a brown leather belt or something. I thought this was cute for the summer.
Oh my god, so cute.
A little sundress.
The cutest. How much was that?
It was £3.
In the sale bit.
Yeah, in the sale bit, and it was originally 15. It says so.
A clip.
A
Wow.
cool clip, because all mine have broken. So I thought
£4. That's quite expensive, isn't it?
I thought that was quite expensive for a claw clip. Though, to be fair, I think this was the most expensive one. That is a bit overpriced, but it's cute, so we will justify it. The last thing I got was this top. So this is from ASOS, but again, it's brand new. Long sleeve. It was £18 originally, down to £4.50.
So that's the retailer's price. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so
some pretty good savings there. That was our trip to one of London's biggest charity shops.